I have mixed emotions about it, and I think the guys did too. We're coming off 2 wins against Bemidji, so we're coming off a sweep, and we'd won 4 of our last 5, and now it seemed like we were really hitting our stride, and then boom, a week off. But the other part of it is we need it. You're right. Now that's our last break until the big break, which is a summer break. So we don't want our next break to come anytime soon. But it did give a few players opportunity. Whether they're still playing, but there's some nagging injuries. It gave opportunity for it to heal up. I thought we gave them an extra day off last week because of it. But I thought we had really meaningful practices last week and this week. And the hardest part is going to be, we're facing a really good Lake State team. And they're, battle tested. Sometimes when you come off break, it takes you a period and a half to get back to where you need to be. We don't have that kind of time. We don't have that luxury. So we'll have to make sure we're ready. To really, you forget how hard it is, how tough everybody competes, and all of a sudden you've been off for a while and you get thrust into it and you're like, ooh, half step slow.
Talk a little bit more about that Bemidji series. What did that do for the confidence of the guys to get the sweep going into this last stretch of the regular season, but then also getting all 6 points? This point's so vital trying to improve your standing in the CCHA.
Yeah, as you look at the CCHA, it's pretty clustered. And a sweep on a weekend can really move you up the standings. And if you get swept, you can really go down too. And there's not, I said it all year long, there's not much that really separates the teams. There really isn't. Everybody's very similar, little different styles, but at the end of the day, the competitiveness is close. A lot of times it comes down to how your goaltending played that weekend, how your specialty teams were. It really comes down to splitting hairs, and that's why it's important that each and every day we work hard, we pay attention to the details of the game, and then you also need a little bit of puck luck along the way. You need a little puck luck, and so the confidence level is high. The guys feel good, and they should feel good about themselves. They're playing good hockey right now, but the reality is it's tight, and if we can string some more wins together between in our next 6 league games, if we can string some wins together, we could move up in the standings still. There's lots of opportunity to be had there, and we'd like to take advantage of that opportunity.
You mentioned the play of the goaltenders. Well, Noah West was the CCHA goaltender of the week for the last time out, that Bemidji series. Where did you see his play really go well against the Beavers, but then also as a weekend on the whole, where do you think that performance ranked for him this season?
Well, I think that was his best performance for a weekend series, and he has played really good hockey for us. But that's the first time where I remember he strung back to back like big time performances, and it was good to see. And he hadn't played a ton of hockey the last few years, given the situation before coming here, and then all of a sudden now he's playing every single night. And, that takes some time, but it was really, I think, a great sign to see him play so well. Really, really well in 2 games in a row. And good on him. He's worked hard to get where he's at.
Lake State coming up this weekend at home. They're just 1 point above the Bulldogs in the CCHA standing. And I know you mentioned trying to shake some of that rust off in the early first period, but what's going to be the overall focus for the entire weekend as you take on a very good Lakers team?
Well, it's interesting. We had a real good series with them earlier in the year where we split. They won Friday, we won on Saturday. And those were two really close, 2 really good hockey games. And you better take care of the puck against the Lakers. They're a good transitional team. They've got, good offensive zone play too, but they're a really good transitional team. And they go from defense to offense in a blink of an eye. So we want to make sure, we take care of the puck. And I think it's a team, Damon does an outstanding job, very well coached. They pay attention to the details of the game. And they're very patient, like in terms of being, they don't get out of their systems, and they're really, really well locked in. And sometimes, at times I think teams, certain teams, you get halfway through a game and you've been playing great, and then all of a sudden the game's still 1-1 or 0-0, and you know, well, let's try something different. No, you know, stay with what you do, and sometimes the team that does that the longest is going to be successful at the end of the night. And obviously they've got a really good power play. They really do. So we've got to stay out of the box.